Alright, everybody, how are we doing? Thought I would just do this little short but fun little engagement stream to see how everyone's doing. Because again, that's what matters. It's you guys, and we just want to have fun, don't we? So, please do like, share, and subscribe. And tell me how you're thinking, how you're feeling. In other words, let me hear it. So, how is everyone? I wonder what everyone's gonna say today. I wonder what's on people's minds. I'm always intrigued. What's up, Chester? How you doing, buddy? From what I've heard, there's been quite a return tonight. But I know I can watch Dynamite right now if I wanted to, but I'm not. I'm actually going to wait. I'm gonna watch Dynamite tomorrow. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, sir. I'm glad to hear it. It's been an absolute long day. I am near enough exhausted. What's up, Roy Sheen? We're just gonna chill, converse, and just have fun. We'll be here for over an hour. It's not going to be one of those mad long streams, because that's not what we're here for. But of course, don't fret. There'll always be more to come. I'm fine, I'm fine. Each day as they come, you know me, that's just how I roll. How are you doing? It's good to see people are coming in, so whatever you want to discuss, feel free, let me hear it. This is the place for you. This is the place to be. Your day could be better. How so? Tell me. I finally managed to book a second driving test, so I'm now on a positive roll. Apparently, a few positives have happened regarding Dynamite. Actually, I might switch on. I might watch it on TBS. But how come? What's wrong? You gotta give every day a chance. That's important lesson. Yeah, same to you, Maria. Same to you. Decent, Billy. Decent. And fainted. Been there, done that. It happens. You just gotta roll with the punches. What's up, Nilo? What am I looking forward to? No idea, but Oh, great, thanks for spoiling it. Don't need to watch now, because Billy spoiled it. That's because I actually make the effort. So I'll always get it right, Nilo. Here's me, I had the choice to watch it illegally from a Fire Stick. Chose not to, because I'm going to watch it tomorrow, because quite frankly I'm tired. I'm not going to watch any reviews after this. I'm just gonna go straight to my bed, but because I'm absolutely wiped the fuck out. No, I think Mick Foley should just honour his word and not do anything. It's live in America and all that shit. I look nothing like Whoopi Goldberg. Thanks, Nilo. It's a 3 hour special, but I agree. I agree. I prefer 2 hours myself. There's a lot more to this the night than you'll expect. Trust me. Far more. I look more like Harry Potter. Well, Harry Potter couldn't grow a decent beard. Your best chocolate? As in my favourite or in general? Because that's a good question. Amy, and I'm sorry, that last name's gonna really struggle to pronounce. I'll just go by Daji. But hello. There's so many good chocolates. What's up, Chloe? How are you doing? To me, for me, I mean, I like the likes of like a classic Dairy Milk or Milk Chocolate Galaxy, but I also like Lindt chocolate. I like classic Lindt chocolate, and I've also tried Dubai chocolate. Crunchy's a good choice. Nothing against a crunchy. That's a victory right there. I don't actually. I can categorically tell you I do not. I'm alright, thank you. How are you? My least favourite tag team, the Usos. Yes, I do. Crunchy is great. I mean, I've got nothing against the Crunchy at all. Like, yes, I'm in the UK. Yeah. Sorry, hand slipped there. Where's everybody joining in from? Obviously, apart from the likes of Roy Sheen, Chester, etc., that I know from, and Maria, obviously, oh, from England. Okay, cool. I haven't had a Boost bar in quite a while, but they're alright actually. Glad to hear you're doing good. Alright, John, how are you? Portsmouth? Nice. Rob Renier? Oh, has he passed away? The Brawling Brutes, lol. Good question. Keeping that to myself. Caramel chocolate and milk chocolate. Okay. Christmas music. What Christmas music? Oh, I don't know. After eights are good. You behave yourself, Temple. You behave yourself. Um, see, my favorite Rob Renier movies. I don't know. What would I do? A top five? You know what? What's your top five? I'm just slightly older than you, Stevie. Slightly. But I also think like be wise when you broadcast information because people are just mental. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying people can be. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I am not falling behind people. I'm gonna stick on. Princess Bride, A Few Good Men, Stand By Me, Misery. A Few Good Men is probably my favorite, as same as Stand By Me. But that's about it. Yo, James, you fucking brilliant bastard. How are you, sir? Princess Bride, I've only watched twice, and I've got nothing against it. Nothing against it at all. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna stick it on right now in the background. You can't handle the truth. Jack Nicholson, fucking brilliant actor. Same with well, that's probably controversial. That's probably my favorite Tom Cruise film, apart from Top Gun. Sup, Xavier? How you doing? Tired, fed up, and a bit of pain. Oh, what's up, man? I'm sorry that you're in that. Guys, can you give some well wishes to James, please? James is a long term subscriber. Actually, James was in the very first 5 subscribers. Have you seen the Harry Potter TV series? I've seen the trailer for it. I know a few friends of mine really fucking don't like it, and I don't blame them. But I'm not so sure on it myself. But I think the only thing is I'll maybe watch one episode, see what I think when it's there, and then I'll be like, okay, let's just try it. But that's the rate I think it's gonna go. Well, we know you're fucking simping on it, mate. We know. Yeah, fucking nugget. Guys in the chat, do check out Temple Plays on YouTube if you like. Similar to my channel, if you do like gaming, he's exclusively just a gaming channel, but he's a good laugh. So do check him out. James as well. James is a gamer as well. Do check out on YouTube. See, you know why Gold League rules. Bloody leg suffering, even the knees. I'm not in complete agony, just annoying. Megan Bain's in a fatal, not I was about to say fatal four. She's in a 4-way tag match, 4-on-4. She's up against Willow Nightingale, Tony Storm, Mina Shirakawa, and Harley Cameron. She's teaming up with Mercedes Moné, and this is why I need to stick on TNT. Then I can tell you. Give me one slight second. What the fuck? Oh, what's that film with the TNT's got that film with the Rock's in with the giant white gorilla. What's that called again? Because that's on TNT. I'm switching over to the right one. Come on, let me watch TBS. No, I do not subscribe. No, for that, don't. I don't like Jey Uso. Who would you replace Orange in the Sea to? I would have put in. There's so many people I would have put in, to be honest. Rampage, that's it. Thank you. That's on TNT right now. If you like your movies, I don't particularly like it. I would have put in. You know what? See, for the madness, I would have asked CMLL if they could use Mystical. What's up, Carl? Good to see you. Do you like Royal Mail delivering? Did you play Rampage the game? Once or twice. Do you like Royal Mail delivering your parcels or not? Be honest. Sometimes they can be iffy. Like, if you miss them by 1 second, oh, go down to the depot. I was like, I don't need to go to the depot. It's not my fault to run downstairs. If I was replacing Orange Cassidy in the C2, I would ask CMLL if they can use Mystical. I think Mystical would have been cool for this tournament. Big fan of Luchas, you know that. Yeah, Royal Mail's is UK, yeah. Have you seen the Doomsday teaser? Yes, I have. I have. What did you think of it? Really doesn't like TBS today. This is really not one to play. It's probably because TBS. My TV's like, no, we don't like TBS. We're hating TBS. There we go. It's finally playing. But where is that bloody remote? Because I'm going to need that for later. Although it's on a break at the moment. It might be on a break. How about the Spider-Man leak teaser online? I like it. Considering the fact that, spoiler for everybody, but this is just well, not really much of a, never mind, it's not on TBS because they've got fucking Friends turning that off. Sorry folks, I don't care for Friends. So what channel is it on then? Unless it's not on right now, it's being taped. Bastard. Oh well. Is Bella going to be an invader today? No, because my door is closed. The door is closed, I'm afraid. Amazon is better, yeah. Except when they leave your stuff at your bloody door. It's on at midnight. Yeah, I'm not watching it live then. I'll watch it tomorrow. So, Temple, feel free to leave some spoilers, but don't spoil all of it. In fact, no, don't. I agree with Xavier. Don't. Naruto, hello. Great show, to be fair. Do you watch Big Bang Theory? Yeah, I like Big Bang Theory. I've watched all of it. I'm waiting forward. I'm looking forward to the new series they've just announced. Yeah, it's in Manchester. It's being several shows are being taped. Collision is being taped for 2 hours, but it's only getting 1 hour of Collision. Ring of Honor's not that bad. Yes, I do, but you can only get to one entrance because the other one, well, I'm not letting anybody near my garden, thank you. So it's mostly just the front door for deliveries, but got a few other things as well, which are really useful. What are you doing for Christmas? Nothing. I'm not. Spoiler alert. I'm not a Christmas person. I'll probably have dinner with family and then chill. I believe WWE made a title error on NXT. Yes, Blake Monroe. She fucked up. It's that time of the year where Rev Pro's going to get a lot of involvement because that will build up to the anniversary show in August. Excuse me. It'll start here and it'll work its way up. You'll see some of the matches that you saw, you'll see later on the day. Ooh, Roy Sheen. Just because you need some diesel. Exactly, Maria. She signed on the dotted line. But hey, people claim it's our fault. It's the fans' fault because we don't listen. We don't give her a chance. Oh, yeah, we do. You just suck. I was watching a couple of old WWF pay-per-views there, like Unforgiven. I was watching Over the Edge. Rest in peace, Owen Hart. So many of them. I'm not in the humour for Diesel today. Well, I'm not in the mood for frickin' Ash by Elliot. I mean, to be fair, I haven't shaved in like... I haven't shaved in nearly 2 months. This is the longest it's actually grown for me. The refs need to do better. They mess up too much these days. No, I agree. The referees are horrible. I don't know what's worse, a wrestling referee these days or a fucking English Premier League referee. Like, I say that with great respect. That is a brilliant name, by the way, that 4 times base name. That is absolutely fucking brilliant. I actually think she does the gimmick better than Joe Hendry. That's my honest opinion. That might annoy a few people, but I actually think she does Joe Hendry's gimmick better than he does. Nah. Same to you, my friend. Same to you. Thanks for coming into the stream as well. Everybody that's in here, thank you. It's always good to chat to people, have a laugh. You know, like there's no. You can make digs in here, you can make jokes. Everyone in here has a good laugh, but you're not gonna get anything more, you know, like Nobody abuses anybody in here. We all have a laugh. Trust me, he won't appear. Because he's already met me in real life, so put it that way, like, it's not going to happen. If Via Hale did appear, though, that would be a more interesting conversation. Do you agree with the new number one contender for the NXT Championship? I like the talent. I don't like the fact that it's him though. I I just got a bad feeling. Add VAR to WWE, they'll get the decisions right. More or less, I'm in the centre of those areas. Aye. What about yourself? I think people are going to think I'm just going to be straight up annoyed about it, but I honestly think Leon Slater is going to get buried. When's your next watch along? I've been watching your Survivor Series 98 watch along. I'm going to do a watch along at the start of the new year, and then the week the week of like the AEW holiday, sorry, not AEW holiday, it's the the AEW shows where they've got the 3 hour show in January. I'll be doing those as well. I'm gonna do a pay-per-view watch along in January. I'm across the pond now, but originally from Edinburgh side. Top tier, my man. I am gonna do some classics. I'm not doing. We know. I don't like it either. I don't like the Okada wore a Manchester City shirt. It's painful, but he's still the man. I'm gonna do a Royal Rumble watch along, but I am not watching the Saudi Rumble. So I'm probably gonna do a watch along for either 92, 97, or 01. I sure as hell will not be watching the 2026 Royal Rumble. Will Moose win the North American title? They're probably going to put a belt or two on TNA Talent to try and balance it, but I don't know. They had the wrong winner, in my opinion. Who did you think should have won it? I don't watch NXT, but I have seen, like, obviously, like, I've seen the highlights of the Blake Monroe thing, and I knew about the Slater winning it because it just seemed so obvious. But they're just making so many confusing decisions. It's just funny. Miles Bourne, okay. A lot of people like him. A lot of people like this Miles Bourne kid. He's got some personality. I quite like these streams like this. Jordan Grace has turned on her dad. Ariana Grace, she means, sorry. Ariana Grace turned on her dad, Stephanie McMahon, so it wouldn't surprise me. Same, I'm not going to bother. It wouldn't surprise me if they go with Jay again and go back to back Rumble wins like they did with Cody. I think the Rumble, at the moment, apparently the favourites between Braun Breaker and Roman Reigns. They're apparently the two favourites. So you meant Ariana. I knew you meant Ariana. Um, Originally the whole favourite was Sami Zayn, but like his political beliefs, his favouritism has dropped off. That's okay, Roy Sheen. You go and get better. That's the most important thing. Thanks for popping in, though. It is always good to see you. It's always good to see you. I don't think Sami Zayn's winning now. No, I think his opportunity's dropped. I think he had all the momentum and it's dipped badly. If he somehow still wins it, I'll be shocked. But I think they've dipped, you know? Will Charlie Dempsey ever reach his dad? That's a good question. I don't think he'll hold as much championships as William Regal ever did. I think he might. I think he might have some sort of impact that will be enjoyable, but I don't think he'll. I don't think he'll reach the level. I would have Braun win the Rumble as well. What we saw in Unreal, I'm surprised his reign lasted longer than it did. Oh, don't even get me started. That, honestly, that heap of shit. I don't know why people just assume. I don't know why people just assume that it's so fucking worth it. Oh, we're on 452 subscribers now. Thank you so much, folks. That Unreal is why nobody should fucking want the business to be exposed. If you're a fan of professional wrestling, you don't want the business to be exposed. Seoul versus Chelsea next week for Women's US title and NXT, I think, is a dumb decision. I... Absolute ridiculous choice. Ah, fact minute. Hello. Yes. United, my man. Good to see you. I wouldn't mind Braun versus Punk at Mania. I think that's going to happen. I mean, I personally would, if it's up to me, I would have had Braun win the title on January 5th show, and then Punk wins the Elimination Chamber. That's what I would have done. But I don't think they're going to go down that route anyway, so. Beyond the mat, oh, draws. All I think about when I think of Beyond the Mat is draws. Fuck. That's just came back to my mind. I haven't watched that in the I Quit match. That's a hard watch on Beyond the Mat. Draws as well, like draws and the I Quit match are very hard to watch, and this is what bugs me about the business when people exploit it. Now I like it. It's good seeing you, my friend. I don't like the reality, what it brings from it, but it is horrible. Talking aside not long ago, I've only heard that Brendan Rodgers taking a job. Yes, and Ange Postecoglou's got to South Korea. What's that phrase? Oh, how the mighty have fallen. G'day, mate. To be fair, I quite like he's a decent bloke, but I just think it's funny that he's gone to South Korea. Do you think Zarya would be a good heel? Nope. Not now, because her gimmick was completely changed, her name was changed, and she's just being a jobber. Nah, I don't. Sorry. If they kept her as Delta and didn't have her fanny about, then yeah. But they chose to do that and ruined her. So nah. Same with Julia. Julia's dead in arrival. Julia's done already. Did Bret Hart and Mick Foley ever have matches? They did actually. Very long time ago, a little bit. They did compete against each other. Yeah, I know. Afternoon from Japan. I know. How you doing? Have you ever seen Stone Cold? Hell yeah, it's a great doc. Like it's kind of like Beyond the Map, all about Stone Cold. I've seen a few docs that are just specifically about other talent that's enjoyable. That is one of them. I think the more you exploit about the business, is the more of the concern of what else they're willing to show and who else is going to be discussed on. Kind of like the Last Ride documentary series as well. Like, it's nice to get like your own individual life, document your own story, but when it comes out, you're exposing everything, and you're not doing it in a hurtful way or a harmful way. You're just exposing it, which makes people question so many parts about the business that you can't then answer for. But that's a reality, you know, like that is a reality and that happens. But you take it whichever way you can. It's crazy that we're nearly a week away from Christmas, even though I'm not really a Christmas person, but it's still wild that we are. And we're only 20 odd days away from Wrestle Kingdom, and we're 14 days away from 2026. It's crazy shit. Like 14, 15 days or whatever it is. Between the three faces of Foley, who's your favourite? Dude Love, Cactus Jack, or Mankind? Ooh, it has flown by. I like factors from all three in terms of the character work and how Foley actually works as each individual. But my favourite version is Cactus Jack. I just like, for me, it was like Cactus Jack early 90s, 1992, 93, feuding with Sting, feuding with Vader, going to ECW, feuding with Terry Funk, and then the Madison Square Garden Cactus Jack debut where he pile drove Hunter Hearst Holmesley. Sorry, I'll rephrase that. Hunter Hearst homeless through a table. It was just so good. I know Mankind won him the three titles, like the three world titles, but he should have won a world championship as Cactus Jack in WWE. Same with WCW, they should have put the world title on him at one point. Him and Sting would have been a great world title feud, even though they had a great feud anyway. His Vader feud, I would have made him champion just for that alone, but they didn't. But yeah, Cactus Jack should have been a champion. Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie was fun. That 98 Royal Rumble start as well when it was steel chairs versus the chainsaw was so good. Fernando was cooking. Even Cactus Jack in Japan as well, like Mick Foley. How Mick Foley came up with all three versions the way he did. He deserves a lot of respect for that. Like for me, Foley is one of the greatest workers of all time. Like, without a doubt, he is one of the greatest workers ever. Are you ever going to tell us when that Taker photo took place? I'm surprised none of you have got it. I'll let you have one or two more guesses, and if no one can get it, I'll tell you. But you'll kick yourself if I tell you the answer. You'll kick yourselves in. You're on the right track, Carl. Hello, Seth. Friendly reminder that we are one soul split into 8 billion parts. Any damage we inflict on others is multiplied on ourselves. Interesting. Was he with the corporate ministry? Now you're getting somewhere. You're on the right track now. I hated that faction though. There you go. It's the promo where he actually challenges Austin to the first blood match, which, in my opinion, is Taker's best promo. Like, I honestly think out of all the promos he's done, that's his best promo. Oh, Bedpan McMahon was fucking hilarious. Fully loaded. That attire was really good as well. I know he changed things up when he returned as the American Badass, but we had one appearance at No Way Out where he was in like slight classic version of Tyrion when he was back in wrestling boots and tights, but he should see the attire he wore at No Way Out 2001. That's what he should have wore for the rest of the year. I know he liked the leather trousers, but I actually think the No Way Out '01 attire was better. Do you think Taker and Austin had good chemistry? I'm gonna go on a limb and I'm gonna tell you that Taker and Austin was each other's best matches and each other's best feud. I think Austin's greatest rivalries are Taker, Rock, and Triple H. and obviously Vince and Brett. But in terms of consistent matches, I like on a grand scale over a large period of time, that for me is his it's their best opponent. What's up, Zodiac? How are you? Did Taker and Rock have good chemistry? Nope. I don't think so. Yeah, Backlash 2001. That that match was good, even though Taker was still a little bit lazy. Taker and Rock didn't work a lot. No, Taker and Rock actually worked a lot more than you think. They just didn't work well together. Like they just couldn't connect. Taker and Rock's best matches No Way Out 2002 and Vengeance 2002. But even so, their chemistry just their chemistry on like back and forth on the mic was good, but their in-ring chemistry was awful. Better chemistry, Rock versus Mick Foley or Mick Foley versus Triple H. Ooh, I would have to say Rock versus Foley, but not by much. Big Evil Taker was the best version. It's the best version of the American Badass, but in my opinion, it's not the best version of Taker. For me, the best version of Taker is 97 to Judgment Day 98 Ministry of Darkness. Like before, like when he morphed, that was the change. To be fair, Rock and Mick had good in-ring chemistry and promos. Foley and Triple H, I think purely is just in-ring chemistry. I think Rock and Mick is their best. Dude Love or Mankind? Mankind. I didn't like Dude Love overall, even though I like some elements. I prefer Mankind out of those two, but I prefer Cactus Jack out of all three. Excuse me. The good thing about the Mankind character is he is the reason that Rock and Triple H actually were certified world champions. Oh yeah, those are Triple H's best matches. Did you enjoy Cactus versus Vader matches? Yes, I did. I absolutely did. Cactus Jack reveal on SmackDown is my favourite. The way he done it on SmackDown was my favourite. Like injury type unmask character switch. It's just so well done. Are you surprised WWE never revisited Mankind versus Vader? No, I'm not surprised at all. It was actually, if you look at measurement, it's actually better than some of Austin's pops. Like if you go back and listen, it's louder than some of the Austin pops, which is rare to do, and that was hard to achieve. Like even Rock couldn't do that, and Rock was the most popular in 2000. I do like when you ask me these questions, folks. You never fail to surprise me. That's why I like doing these streams. Cactus Jack should have won the title of the Royal Rumble. Uh A win at Madison Square Garden, I wouldn't mind that. Yes, he did. He managed them Royal Rumble all the way through into mid 1997 when WCW ruined his title. Went, yep. I think the last appearance that Paul Bearer managed, I think it was, Canadian Stampede. Did you enjoy Vader versus Taker at the Royal Rumble? I did actually. I actually think Taker and Vader had very good chemistry. Oh yeah, Cactus Jack took him to the next level. He made him a made man in terms of world champion. If I would, I know obviously I'd like, I know obviously in circumstance it would have been fine to see, but I, I personally think that if Cactus Jack had won it, if he had won it in the street fight at Royal Rumble and then lost it at No Way Out, I wouldn't have minded that. But I still would have just done Triple H versus Rock at WrestleMania 1-on-1. I think Foley would have at least deserved a win in Madison Square Garden. Was Vader versus Big Show a missed opportunity in WWE? That's a good question. I think many would say it's a missed opportunity. For me, I don't think it would be. One of the funniest Foley moments for me was his return on Raw by Linda McMahon to be included in the Fatal 4-Way and Triple H's face just wobbled. Supposed to be Jericho, but they brought in a haircut Mick Foley. More or less, yeah. Pretty much Zodiac. I hate the fact that it hadn't been for a fucking sock puppet that's the only way that Mick Foley became a WWE champion. Like, that pissed me off. What did you think of the Rock and Sock connection? I liked it. I liked the Rock and Sock connection. Yeah, Jericho in that main event would have been so much better because at least the Big Show is far less obvious to see because he is not a star, and we would have not had to have worried about Big Show that much. Yes, I remember you. Should were you asking about Taker and Big Show? Because their tag team Unholy Alliance was alright. Dundee United scored twice in 3 minutes to lead Celtic 2-1 up. Lol, fucking hell, their new manager is awful. Please keep him. Oh, the slip was hot. I think it just shows like just they didn't he didn't stand out for all his height and all his weight. He was just so damn boring. What's the best faction right now in WWE? Honestly, I mean, for me, James, I mean, as a like one of my cousins are Hearts fans. My uncle's a Hearts fan as well, but like Scottish side of my family are Rangers fans. So if Hearts do win the league, I'll be happy nonetheless. The best faction right now in WWE, honestly, I don't think there is a good one because they're not booking factions correctly. If I'm honest, do you not think Big Show and Taker should have dominated longer than they did? I do think they should have done. The problem is Taker was injured. Taker was badly injured. He was only with the Big Show to make sure Big Show became a main eventer. Yeah, you could ask him that yourself. They only won the tag titles to make sure that Big Show could be a main eventer. What was the best rivalry one? In history or WWE history? Because there's so many to work with on that one. WWE history. It's either Austin versus McMahon or Brett versus Shawn Michaels. I honestly think it's between those two, to be honest. They had far better story, they hated each other. The intrigue was up there, the quality of matches, the push to be the best. But then on the Austin McMahon side, it elevated the company in a position where they couldn't be caught by WCW. The best in ring WWE story, WWE rivalry for sure is Brett versus Shawn Michaels. Rock versus Austin is a great one. Taker Kane's a great one. But in terms of like overall story, the best rivalry in that sense is Austin versus McMahon. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, I don't rate it as a rivalry. I actually think it was overdone. I don't think they had any enjoyment. Kane and Shane McMahon isn't one of the best, but it was a good laugh. It was a good laugh. Sunny Days promo, yep, when they tried to ruin Bret Hart's marriage. They tried to do all that and screw him over. Which makes no sense because Sunny's favourite wrestler and her locker room go to person was Bret Hart. So I hate the fact that it makes sense that they did that. Your favourite Undertaker pay per view entrance, WrestleMania 14 and WrestleMania 20. Triple H HBK was good until the last man standing. Because after that, every match just became the same from then on. It was pointless. Like the last man standing was the last great match they had together, and that after that point, that rivalry, I was like, "Fuck this, I'm bored." Do you think Roman Reigns deserved that push for 1,316 days as champion? Personally, no, I don't. I don't think he did. I like his Judgment Day entrance as well. 98 favorite tag rivalry. Beer Money versus Motorcycle Machine Guns. Yes, I've seen Wrestling with Shadows. I love it. Poor Chris Candido. Yeah, absolutely. His SummerSlam 1997 entrance is another one that I really do like. And Survivor Series 96 with the bat wings. To be fair, I do think his WrestleMania 29 entrance deserves a lot of applause as well because I like the way like he had like the whole black and the fans out there like taking it. My favorite WWE tag team rivalry is either Edge and Christian versus the Hardys or the Hart Foundation versus the British Bulldogs. What was your saddest betrayal in your? What was the saddest betrayal in your opinion? Oh, the WrestleMania 21 one is a good one. Actually, you know what? The saddest betrayal is I'm actually gonna say it's Matt betraying Jeff because After that, they fucking screwed Matt over with the whole blaming him for everything that happened to Jeff personally, which was so wrong. James, if you wouldn't mind. I'm not having that in my chat. That's just fucking disgusting. I also think Christian's portrayal of Edge was one of the best in 2001. Like that is one of the best. What about the Shield betrayal? It's up there. It's up there for in terms of people, in terms of popularity. I think I personally didn't like the Shield. Yeah, the Judgment Day reappearance is a good one. I actually like his WrestleMania 17 and 19 entrances. I don't like the 18 entrance, funnily enough. The Hellraiser entrance at WrestleMania 24 is good. Dominic doesn't deserve to be a champion right now. Interesting. A lot of people actually would agree with you. Yeah, he did that. The heat from that in 2002, I will admit, was impressive. But that's because HBK asked for it, which is even more. Like, that's when it works. I still think that the sack of shit is overrated, but favorite Stone Cold entrance. WrestleMania 13 will always be the best. Kane got so nerfed. Yep. Which is annoying because for like 2 3 years at one point Kane was better than the Undertaker at everything. I think Dominic has so much potential, but the way he works, I just can't take him seriously. SummerSlam 98 and WrestleMania 17 entrances are phenomenal. But for me, it's just that WrestleMania 13 one is just so damn cool. Yeah, Bionic Heel Stone Cold was cool, especially with the red skulls on the jacket. We got treated we got treated big. It wasn't a great entrance, it was more of just a great memory, but I do like his No Way Out one. Why did Bret Hart record everything before Survivor Series with Wrestling in the Shadows? It's because he was leaving the WWE and he was just documenting his last. He was just documenting his last year in the company. His Disturbed theme is great. Favorite HBK entrance. Well, people are going to say WrestleMania 12, which I like. For me, WrestleMania. I agree with WrestleMania 14. Um, Survivor Series 97 is by far Shawn Michaels' best entrance, in my opinion. And that was my favorite. What was the best Survivor Series storyline? You know what? The best Survivor Series storyline is the Deadly Game. People are going to say the Montreal Screwjob, but for me, it's the Deadly Game. If you were Brett, do you just drop the belt Sean willingly, or do you refuse like he did? Brett was right to refuse the belt. Though he was right to refuse to drop it the way he did because Sean told him he would never do the same thing. He should have dropped the belt to Ken Shamrock on Raw, and then you just screw Shamrock. But then again, though, like screwing Shamrock doesn't have the same effect as screwing Brett, who was the best wrestler in the world at the time. So you can't really get an impact. Rate Team Cena versus Team of 40 out of 10. Honestly, it's one of the worst Survivor Series matches I've ever seen. That's the funny thing, though, is they actually did a triple threat match on Raw. Taker, Brett, Shawn. It was when Taker did the double chokeslam for the first time. And then they ended it all in a DQ. I was like, that would have been it. And then that lets you do Taker versus HBK Royal Rumble as a story, like a follow up story. Like, Taker wants revenge, Brett's on the way out. But nah, they're just stupid. Survivor Series 2002, Chamber, yep. Yeah, that Paul Heyman swerve was mental. I remember it well. It seems the modern era of WWE is what you kind of hate. I mean, Triple H has ruined everything. Because I don't like the current direction of the modern era because I feel like it's more about gotcha moments rather than actually good product and good wrestling. Top five on-screen wrestling couples: Elizabeth Savage, Edge Lita, Nitro Melina. Oh, but it's true. Um, Eddie Guerrero, China, Goldust, Marlena. It's not just Triple H for me. I don't trust that Nick Khan. Yeah, he is dodgy as fuck. Mark Henry, May Young. God almighty. Billy and Chuck. Billy and Chuck were so fucking hilarious. I used to have a conversation with my friend of mine. We've watched wrestling for so many years, like growing up and all that. We used to wrestle on like trampolines as kids. We used to I nearly broke my back doing a power bomb, which probably started my whole issue. But like we used to we used to think like, oh, who was actually a good tag team? And he used to say Billy and Chuck were not a good tag team, and I was like, bitch, shut up. He fucking was cool. It was a good tag team, and it was funny when they did that union ceremony. That was fucking brilliant. Paul Heyman is not trustable at all. Like he betrayed Brock, then Roman, Punk, Rollins. Paul Heyman is like the shit on your shoe that is stuck there, and the only way you can get off is if you just put your shoes in an incinerator. Paul Heyman is a shit that you can't get rid of. Oh yeah, I speared someone on a drain a drain cover before. Chokeslammed them on it as well. Wrestled on grass, concrete, trampolines, fucking so much fun back in the day. Billy and Chuck were tag team champions. Put it this way. Every time he tried to do a super kick, he got caught in an ankle lock. I mean, I fucking did swanton bombs without a trampoline, like standing swanton bomb from on concrete onto grass, landed on him. Did Free Amigos, did Brain Busters, we did choke slams, tombstones, did 20-minute wrestling matches for fucking fun. It was good laughs. I mean, see, before it became famous, I was doing the reverse STO. Before people were doing it, same before like Chris Canyon was doing the flatliner and all that, but like I did like the reverse STO that mattered. Was the WrestleMania 39-40 storyline good? I know people that do think it was good, and again, it's their opinion. I just didn't enjoy it. I just didn't really enjoy it. It wasn't for me. Do you think Edge was a good heel in 06 or 09 before his injury? Yeah, he was. He was the best in WWE except for Jericho. Billy and Chuck are the New Age Outlaws. New Age Outlaws. Zack Sabre Jr. in Backyard Wrestling is fucking sick. Aye, you're welcome. It's good seeing you. And I always chat to people. Simone dropping trampoline. It was so good. People say don't try us at home. We didn't fucking care. We still did. Mick Foley telling Deborah he's worried if she gets a chest cold, because in her case that would be fatal. Yeah, because we all know that Jerry Lawler watching at home would be like, ooh. Even though he was there sometimes, but him watching that shit at home, he probably still does. The perv. Actually, on-screen couple that was really good fun was Jarrett and Deborah. Did you enjoy Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hare? Did WWE make a mistake to split them up? I liked Palumbo and O'Hare, and yes, they made a massive mistake. I hate when Chuck Palumbo became a B-Tech to American Badass. It didn't feel good at all. Like, it was so cringe. Yeah. One of Jeff Jarrett's best WWE matches involves Deborah. It's the match at Unforgiven. No, it's not. It's actually no, sorry, my mistake. It's the match at over the. Is it over the edge or is it? Yeah, 1999 over the edge. I'm pretty sure Jarrett faces Edge for the Intercontinental title. It's either that or Fully Loaded. It's one of the two. And in like that entire match, obviously Gangrel gets involved. But it's the sheer amount of pinfall combinations that get used by both of them is really good. I hate how bad it went for Chronic though, because Chronic were a good tag team. That's it. Yeah, Fully Loaded. Yeah. Edge's title reign only lasted one night and no successful title defenses. But Deborah on that show, no wonder people forgot Sable. Yeah, he won it at Sky. He won it in Skydome, Toronto Skydome, a house show. Imagine running Skydome as a house show. That was peak wrestling in 1999 when the biggest stadium in fucking Toronto is a house show. Fucking sick. Yeah. Do you think Drew will win the title in 2026? Nope. Drew is going to be a mid-carder by summer 2026, trust me. I preferred Hardy's versus Edge and Christian. For me, a far better tag team match combination, far more interesting matches, far better chemistry. It felt more personal between them as well because they had a much more important personal relationship. And also, in '99, all four of them, like Matt, Edge, Christian, etc., they and Jeff, they were the best of friends. Who was the best commissioner, Foley or Regal? This is going to sound controversial, but William Regal is the best commissioner the WWE had. Foley had some good moments, but then he became second fiddle to Stone Cold's search for who done it storyline. Like that took away Mick Foley's enjoyment as the commissioner. Shawn Michaels was a boring commissioner. I thought Sergeant Slaughter just getting abused was good fun. William Regal's feud with Jericho was so good. I do indeed, Kevin. Good to see you, mate. How are you? Yeah, burning the tree. No trees were harmed on this episode, environmentalists. What about Easy E as GM? Ooh. For me, Eric Bischoff as on-screen general manager, he dropped. For me, he dropped off after the '04 draft. After that, I did not care. If you have the power to change one WrestleMania match ending, any match, what is it going to be? Now, this might shock you guys, because that's a great question. Now, many people are gonna think, oh, he's gonna say Roman Reigns beating the Undertaker, or he's gonna say Brock beating Taker at WrestleMania 30. Now, this might sound very, very cruel, but I would have changed the WrestleMania ending, match ending. I would have changed Angle versus Mysterio versus Orton. And I would have changed fucking WrestleMania 9. Yeah, that one as well. Even though I do like that one. And I would have changed. 19 Triple H versus Booker T. Yeah, yeah. That one as well. That's a great shout. That one. That was fucking disgraceful. To be fair, WrestleMania 23, I would have fucking made Shawn Michaels beat Cena. I was living the Attitude Era all the way through. I've lived the Attitude Era all the way through, so that was my era, to be fair. Yeah, Bray Wyatt should have won that one. 97 to 03 is a great period. Except for the dodgy in between of 2002 where WWE just had no creativity, but this is what I don't understand. In 07, on that episode of Raw where they had the rematch and then Shawn Michaels beat Cena where they went so long, Vince McMahon said he had HBK beat Cena as a punishment for Cena for something that Cena did. So I'm like, if you're punishing Cena by wrestling Shawn Michaels for so long and Michaels beats him clean in the ring, why are you not having Michaels beat him in that long match then? It doesn't make sense. That's not a punishment. Yep. That clown lol is stepping down, and another defeat is absolutely beautiful. Very like exactly, it's a light punishment. Like you can't say, "Oh, I'm punishing you to lose to Shawn Michaels." No, if you're gonna really punish the guy, you have him lose his title to him. WrestleMania 19, Stone Cold goes undefeated against that jabroni. Rock. Shut up, no. What's up, Jamie? How you doing, mate? I wonder how it would have been if Rock had won at WrestleMania 17. Well, you've had the title held up, that's for sure. That was probably the only time where I was annoyed that Rock lost, but I understood it more than anything else. We're just chatting random stuff in general, mate. Just random wrestling. I look like LeBron James. Okay. That's a interesting one. What do you think of the whole invasion angle? It had potentially be a great storyline, and because of Time Warner and AOL, it was a fucking flop. If it hadn't been for those stupid contracts and the burial of DDP and Booker T, it would have been one of the best storylines ever, but nope, never happened. Is that you finally going to admit that I was right, Jamie? Aliens are coming. Sure. One of the reasons why Sting never got involved in that angle, exactly. Just those words. Oh look, it's Julio flying about like a knob cheese. How are you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. I've not spoken to you like properly in a while. Celtic lose again. You know, see, here's the thing, and this is true. When you hire a Frenchman, you're not gonna have a spine. I had to get that one in there because everyone knows I don't like the French. Yeah, he's called Wilfred Nancy. Sorry, Nancy. Wrestling has its moments of pain, doesn't it? See the way he plays with his fucking tactics board? You know exactly what he is. See if they gave the job to. I said this to my dad the other day. Like, I was saying this to my dad the other day. See if they gave the job to Michael O'Neill, they would have won the treble. They would have won. Sorry, the domestic treble again. And I say that as an honest Rangers fan. If they had kept Michael O'Neill in the job, they would have won the domestic treble. Again. Which pains me to say that, but at least I can say as an honest fan. And I've seen them do it so many fucking times already, it's annoying. Martin O'Neill's not a bad manager. He's just sadly too old. But I think they should have kept him in the job. It would have been wiser. I think you'll be waiting quite a while, if I'm being honest. What are we sitting on? What are we sitting on now? Last time I checked, we were on 452. What are we sitting on now? Let's have a look. Just because I'm surprised. Yep, and they're not getting any. In great respect, they're not getting anywhere. The fact that they keep losing with this manager is absolutely fucking hilarious. World of Football Podcast, you're getting there. I think at least one of them is trying to do something different. The other is just relying on the wrong thing. And that's where the problem is. 451. Who said you could unsubscribe? True. I hate the fact that one of them is trying to rob you blind. And they're happy to rob you blind as well. What do you think WWE will do with their classic events and shows after their Peacock deal? It's going to get all uploaded to YouTube. They actually already confirmed that. That's why all the vault's getting so heavy. I mean, considering where it is, a headshot is more expensive. I'm so glad I'm not watching that fucking joke of an event in January. I'm not watching it. I actually had a few people I know at work ask me about that today, saying, "Oh, are you going to watch?" I was like, "Absolutely not." Fair enough. I don't. It's just not for me. I refuse to watch it. Even if I do, it's just not for me. I just don't like. I just don't like the fact that it's all glorified shit over there. You know, expensive waste of my time, and it's just not for me. Favorite episode of Saturday Night's Main Event in the 80s when Hogan got screwed. 15 quid. Those were the days. You're spending 15 quid these days alone just to get a fucking bit of food. I'll probably go till about 10:15, then after that I'll probably dip off. Tomorrow, tomorrow I think we'll do another SWA stream because we've not done the SWA in a while. I was going to do it tonight, but I've just had a long day, so I've chosen not to do it. But we'll do the SWA tomorrow. All the My GM stuff and all that will be this weekend. The Fatal 4-Way My GM. So much for the weekend to come. Crazy shit like. Oh, see if Vince. I actually have a. I have a feeling, right? I think Vince does not watch WWE at all. I honestly think after he got booted out, and rightly so, I think he's like, you know what? If that's how you're gonna treat me, I'm not gonna bother watching. I honestly think he's not watched since that day. And that happens. Something that you've created, etc. If you've been ousted out of something that you've created, why on earth would you watch the current regime or your replacement? Why would you bother? Even if it's your your idiotic son-in-law. What do you think to Vince Russo booking JCW? It is so bad. I'm sure plenty of people would agree with you on that one. But why would Donald Trump allow something that he's on to be released? I think it'll be Pac versus Fletcher. But that six-man tag will be a good laugh. Yeah, cocaine's funny. Green cane is funny as well. And blue cane. But cocaine is the coolest. There's just a battle royal, all the canes. It's just funny. See, I can laugh at some humor within wrestling. People think I don't find it funny. I do. I find some things funny. I mean, they will get that if they win it, they'll get the title off him as well. Plus, well, they will get another future title shot, but they will get that title. But I do see your point. Do you think the Big Show will ever go in the Hall of Fame? Also, who should induct him? He's not ready yet, but when the time is right, I wouldn't induct him in the Hall of Fame, but I think he will be in the next couple of years. Um, who should induct him? Mark Henry, I see that. I think I honestly think Taker or Kane will probably induct him. Big Show for me was incredibly overrated. I know he's won so many world titles and all that, and I've got nothing against that. I mean, like, you're entitled to your success and all that shit, but I'm like, fuck that. Just bores me to death. He shouldn't have lasted as long as it. I honestly think when it comes to matchmaking, Tony Khan is like he's got like the Midas touch when it comes to booking, like to making matches. When it comes to booking, I think he can. There's times where he really gets absolutely spot on, and then there's times where he just gets it wrong and it just kills momentum, and that's unfortunate for him when he does try, and you can see that he does try. But when it comes to matchmaking, I would love to know how he gets the matchmaking so right because he gets it nailed on nearly every time. And he's booked some good stories, but I think continuously he has his faults. That is probably his fault. Like his weakness. Who would you pair with Tony Khan with the booking? Honestly, I would honestly think now because he's not doing anything like in ring wise. What's the point? I think Jeff Jarrett and Brian Danielson is the best that he can use. I would go Khan, Danielson, Jarrett because Jeff Jarrett can do the stories. Brian Danielson and Tony Khan would have so much fun booking wrestling matches. And I think when Kenny eventually retires because he's diverticulitis, I think he'll be involved in the booking. And considering that he loved the story element with Jericho, if Jericho doesn't go to WWE, Jericho should be on that creative team. I think AEW's best creative team would be Khan, Danielson, Omega, Jarrett. Yeah, and if they kept him, Jericho. The five of them, I think that would be their best creative team because it's so much more enjoyable than having to go and look at creative that includes Michael Hayes, Bruce Pritchard, Triple H, which doesn't inspire you. Loose Cannon, Brian Pillman, or Joker Sting. loose cannon Brian Pillman for me. Joker Sting was good for like 6 months and then it dipped. I didn't like how it didn't feel as good. But I like the victory, like the promo where he comes back for Victory Road versus Bobby Roode. I thought that promo was really good. But I preferred loose cannon Brian Pillman. I might be on my own, but Gunther tapping out Cena was the right choice. Only if they book him as an unstoppable monster. Mm. If they can keep the heat, but that's the problem. You nervous? Because, yeah. What did you think to the Punk Jack Perry situation? I was there and watched it live. Jack, for all things that he is doing well now, like, he was immature then. Punk as well, being a fucking veteran and a man in his 40s. Honestly, he was looking for an excuse. That was his excuse. Like, he was just as immature. It was a bad mistake to air the video. It was a bad mistake to not just deal with it there and then. It was just not a good thing. Favorite pay per view intro pyro. Starcade 97 and Halloween Havoc 97. If you know, you know. I think Punk wanted out as well. And to be fair to Tony Khan, I know Tony Khan wanted to keep CM Punk. He's a big CM Punk fan. But I think he should have just let him go. It would have saved so much aggro. There would have been no problems at all. Punk still would have had his WWE return, but it would have happened sooner. And WWE could just carry on with their business. His feud with MJF was fucking outstanding. Start to finish. That is the best of Punk we've had since he walked away in 2014. That feud with MJF has not been topped. 2001 has its core moments that were really good. I think the best for in-ring product, I think 97 or 98 is the best, but 2001's good. 2001, I think you've got some problems with some pay-per-views, but I think 97 and 98 are the best. 99 is only good for WWE. WCW only had 5 good pay-per-views in 99. WCW only had 5. 2000 again, it's just all WWE. 2001 is really good. 2007 is a good year for wrestling content product and wrestling. WWE in 2001, WWE are let down by 3 or 4 pay-per-views. 3 or 4. Him and Drew came close. Apart from that weird Hell in a Cell part where they took a bracelet and, well, multiple bracelet pieces, that was just cringe. But I think they tried. But yeah, the whole, there was something about the MJF feud with for Punk. It just, you know, when someone fully locks in and you don't want to ever stop or change the channel, you're like, fuck, this is so good. That was that. Like, you can go back and go, it's never changing. MGF is phenomenal. Apparently he has returned. Apparently he has returned. He was going to return for the World's End pay per view anyway, but apparently he's returned early. He is a throwback heel. I think he's a much better challenger. I like when he gets his moment to be champion, but I think he's a much better challenger. I thought so. I'm not watching any of it until tomorrow. I'm not watching it live tonight. Well, I'm not watching it live tonight when it's on Triller. I'm gonna watch it back tomorrow. The Ring of Honor entrance with Pantera theme. Yeah, so good. The only disappointing thing is that MJF didn't win the world title from Punk. He won it from Moxley. Nothing against Moxley though. Moxley is a guy that they'll be like he'll do the job for them when they need be. It should have been MJF versus Punk for the world title. It sucks that we never got that. Still mad that we're almost at the end of the year. Yeah, I do. Well, I think it should have ended there and then they all turned on Moxley and etc. and go their own separate ways, but they didn't. No worries, James. Good seeing you, mate. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to go another 2 minutes, and after that, I'm going to wrap up for the evening, guys. So get one or two last questions in each, and then I'm going to bolt. Do you think Punk was jealous? Oh, yeah. I do as well. I think Joe's title run's going to be useful in terms of building up Swerve. I think you're going to get the trip. I called it that triple threat at World's End. Swerve, Hangman, Joe for the world title. I think Joe retains, and then I think it's MJF, Swerve, Hangman, Joe, and then Swerve regains the belt. Yeah, I think MJF was jealous of Punk, and I also think Punk was also jealous of MJF. I think they were both jealous of each other in separate ways. If it wasn't for that Punk feud, MJF was never going to be world champion. Even though his best work up to that point was probably the Darby Allin stuff. But like, if it wasn't for CM Punk, there's no way MJF becomes world champion. I agree as well. I think Swerve is AEW's top star, and AEW have got some good stars in it. They've got a really good roster, but I think Swerve is by far the biggest star in AEW. I really like Swerve, and I like the fact he's bulking up as well. Like he's gonna change. I think he's gonna become more of an aggressive physical specimen. I think he'll still do like his last shot and that electric chair face buster and some of his high flying stuff. But I think he's gonna become much more of a physical presence. I think he's gonna change his style, and I really hope so because if he does, AEW if they get this right, and I say this in the hope because I really do, if they get this right, Swerve could be the person who could be their champion for a year, 2 years maybe, and I don't think anyone would complain. Did you like Wrestle Kingdom 17's Omega vs Osprey? It was like it is actually it's a very good match. It was I think that match is better than the Forbidden Door match, but the Forbidden Door match is really good. It might just be me, but I think Sting's retirement year was overrated. That's fair. That's fair. There's some people that have said that as well. I preferred his retirement run to Cena's because I feel like we actually saw more from him. But I can see why. But the retirement run I'm enjoying far more is Tanahashi's. His retirement match in 20 plus days is going to be a fucking tough watch. But I know some people who honestly have said Sting's retirement year was overrated and it's their opinion. And I'm like, you know what, if that's what you think, that's completely fine. I mean, he did put talent over. It's just that he did win his matches, but he is getting talent noticed. It's not for him though. Yeah, the ladder match spot really didn't help. Like if it wasn't for him, you don't get that new weird gimmick that the Bucks do, which is weird. Like they changed everything about themselves. Like the only thing is though is he brought more eyes to like to talent that deserved it. It's just that I still think he should have jobbed on his way out though. Not jobbed, but he should have lost one or two matches instead of going the whole year unbeaten. I feel like that didn't help, but he certainly allowed talent to get the eye. Mount Everest put Darby Allin over more. That's a good one. That's a good one. Right, last questions, and then last question. One question each. Then I'm disappearing, but then I'll be back tomorrow because we've got a big one tomorrow. Well, big one tomorrow night. I'm a big dirty domestic fan. I can't lie. Fair enough. I know you're a Dom fan. Which sorry, Dirty Domestic's actually a better name for him than Dirty Dom. I actually think that's funnier. Yes, Sting's son has started wrestling in as his real name, which I do like. I do like that. Which one? As long as he stops copying his moves all the time, it would be fine. Yeah. Braun. 100% Braun. Dude, you need to get back on sometime. I need to hurry up and get on your channel as well so I can slag off your football team. I'm just kidding. I'll show you I'll show them what a real heel is. Are they setting up Lesnar versus Gunther? I think they're setting up Gunther maybe someone else. Aye, I know you did, but you just didn't show up in here enough anymore, which is a piss take. But you're always welcome on here, you know that. I think it's Lesnar versus Breaker, if I'm honest. But we'll get you back on soon, mate. We can link up again on that. But I'm gonna bolt, folks. It's good seeing yous. Have a good night. Like, share, and subscribe. And if they do it right, then potentially. If they do it right, that's the only thing. But check out Liverpool chats as well. Check out. So, do you like TV series Heroes? Up until the end of season 2, and I'll end it on that. See you later, guys. Ciao for now.